Welcome back to Coins Tool. We uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change and deep dive into the most valuable coins in U.S. history. Today, we're taking a journey back in time to explore two iconic and incredibly rare American coins, the 1853 and 1857 Liberty Head $1 gold coins. These coins are not just pieces of metal. They are living history, and some of them are worth as much as $11 million today. Yes, you heard that right. Let's dive deep into the story, the value, and why collectors are willing to pay fortunes for these legendary coins. Let's start with the 1853 Liberty Head $1 gold coin. Minted during a time of rapid American expansion, just a few years after the California gold rush, this coin holds more than just gold. It holds a story. Struck in solid gold and bearing the image of Lady Liberty surrounded by 13 stars representing the original colonies, this small but mighty coin was a symbol of prosperity. It was minted in several locations including Philadelphia, New Orleans, and Charlotte. But here's where things get interesting. While millions of $1 gold coins were struck over the years, very few 1853 coins survive in pristine condition today. Those with a C mint mark from Charlotte or a D from Dahlonega are especially rare, making them highly sought after among elite collectors. Now let's jump to the year 1857, a year that would change coinage history forever. The 1857 Liberty Head $1 coin came out at a time when America was facing financial turmoil. The Panic of 1857 sent shockwaves through the economy, and many coins were pulled out of circulation or melted down for their gold content. That means original, uncirculated $1,857 coins are like finding a needle in a haystack. Coins that have survived in brilliant condition, untouched by time, can command astronomical prices at auctions. In fact, one pristine, high-grade 1857 $1 gold coin recently shocked the numismatic world when it sold for a jaw-dropping $11 million. What made it special? It had nearly perfect luster, flawless detail, and a mint condition status that made it one of a kind. That coin wasn't just rare, it was nearly perfect. Both the 1853 and 1857 $1 gold coins are part of what collectors call America's golden era of coinage. During this period, the U.S. Mint produced small gold coins to help with commerce in the growing Western territories. These coins were often lost, melted down, or heavily circulated, so finding one today in mint or near mint condition is like uncovering buried treasure. It's the rarity combined with condition and historical significance that drives the value of these coins into the millions. Now let's talk current market value. A circulated 1853 or 1857 $1 coin might fetch a few hundred to a few $1,000s depending on where and rarity. But coins in mint state condition, especially those certified by grading authorities like PCGS or NGC, can easily go into six figures. And as we mentioned, a perfect specimen, with no scratches, full luster, and rich golden color, has broken all records with a market value of $11 million. That's more than some luxury mansions. It's no exaggeration to say that these coins are among the most valuable ever made. So if you happen to inherit an old coin collection, or you're digging through a forgotten family heirloom box, and you come across a tiny gold coin dated 1853 or 1857, don't overlook it. It might just be your golden ticket. Literally, that wraps up our deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1853 and 1857 $1 Liberty Head gold coins. These aren't just coins, they're pieces of American legacy, rich in history and dripping in value. Let us know in the comments if you've ever come across any rare gold coins in your collection, or if you're a coin enthusiast looking for the next big find. We uncover the rarest coins in American history that are worth a fortune. Today, we dive deep into some of the most legendary and historical coins ever minted in the United States, the $1 coins from 1797 to 1801. These coins aren't just metal. They are pieces of American history, and some of them are worth as much as $10 million today. Yes, you heard that right. $10 million. Let's start with a quick journey back in time. The 1790s were the birth years of the United States Mint. The U.S. had just ratified its Constitution, George Washington had just finished his presidency, and the young nation was looking to establish its financial system. In 1794, the first official silver dollars were struck. But by 1797, designs had evolved, minting techniques were improving, and production became more defined, setting the stage for some of the most iconic and rare silver dollars in history. The coins struck between 1797 and 1801 include the famed draped bust silver dollar. This design is one of the most sought after by collectors across the globe. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll see Lady Liberty with her flowing hair and elegant draped bust, designed by Robert Scott based on a portrait by Gilbert Stuart. The reverse side features a small eagle in the earlier years, later replaced by a majestic heraldic eagle surrounded by stars and olive branches, a symbol of strength and peace. Now let's talk specifics, starting with the 1797 draped bust dollar. Only a few thousand of these coins were minted. Today, it is estimated that fewer than 100 are known to exist in high grades. Some of these carry rare features like 10 or 9 stars on the left and 6 or 7 on the right, showing the early experimentation in the number of stars to represent the states in the Union. A 1797 draped bust dollar in mint state condition can fetch well over $1.5 million at auction. But the rarest of these, in pristine condition with full strike and luster, can command up to $3 million. Next, we move to the 1798 and 1799 draped bust dollars. These 2 years saw higher mintages, but that doesn't mean they're common. The $1,798 had both small eagle and heraldic eagle designs, making certain varieties incredibly rare. Some examples even have error variations like overdates or irregular stars. The $1,799 is known for its bold design and sharp details, and high-grade specimens can sell for between $200,000 to over $1 million, depending on rarity and condition. Now onto the key years. 1800 and 1801, these were the last official production years of the draped bust silver dollar before the mint halted silver dollar production for over 30 years. The $1,800 saw a moderate mintage, but finding one today in perfect, uncirculated condition is extremely difficult. A gem-quality 1800 draped bust dollar can sell for $1 million or more. But the rarest among them all is the $1,801 in mint state, which is almost impossible to find. This coin, in pristine condition with an ultra-rare die variety, has recently been valued at nearly $10 million. Why are these coins worth so much? It comes down to 4 things: age, rarity, historical significance, and condition. These coins are over 220 years old. They were struck by hand, not machines, which means every coin has small, unique characteristics. They were produced in extremely small quantities, and many were lost, melted down, or heavily circulated, leaving only a handful in collectible condition today. But the biggest reason these coins are worth millions is that they represent the very first years of the American Republic. These coins circulated when Thomas Jefferson was president, when the White House was just being built, and when the country was still defining what it meant to be a nation. Collectors and museums from all over the world compete to own one of these ultra-rare pieces. In recent high-profile auctions, certain 1797 and $1,801 have shattered records, with collectors bidding over $7 million, and private sales now reaching as high as $10 million for the finest known examples. So, if you ever come across a silver dollar from 1797 to 1801, especially in decent condition, stop everything and get it evaluated by a professional. You may be holding a piece of American history worth a fortune. To wrap up, the 1797 to 1801 draped bust $1 coins are some of the rarest and most valuable coins in the world. With current market values reaching up to $10 million, these coins aren't just rare, they are historic treasures. Video is all about 2 extraordinary pieces of American history, the 1809 and 1817 $1 coins. These legendary coins are not just rare, they're ultra-valuable. We're diving deep into their history, their hidden secrets, and why one of them has reached a jaw-dropping value of $9 million in the current market. So get ready, because this is not just numismatics. This is a journey into the past that could make you a millionaire. Let's get started. We begin in the year 1809. The United States was still in its early years. Thomas Jefferson had just left the presidency, and James Madison had stepped into office. But while the country was evolving, the U.S. Mint was dealing with serious production challenges. Silver dollars were not officially struck for general circulation in 1809. In fact, no $1 coins bearing the date 1809 were officially released by the mint for the public. However, that hasn't stopped rumors and legends from spreading. Some believe that proof strikes or private restrikes may exist. These pieces, often hidden in private collections or museum vaults, are believed to be worth a fortune. One such rumored coin reportedly sold in a private auction for over $4 million. Its authenticity remains a matter of debate among collectors, but if you ever see a silver dollar with 1809 on it, stop everything. It could be a one-of-a-kind miracle. Now let's move forward to the legendary 1817 $1 coin. The story here is even more incredible. Although no official draped bust silver dollars were recorded as being minted in 1817, a handful of specimen coins exist. These coins were likely struck clandestinely, possibly by mint employees or as pattern coins. What makes these coins so rare is the mystery surrounding their creation. They were never intended for public release, yet a few managed to survive the centuries. These $1,817 feature the iconic draped bust of Liberty on the obverse and a heraldic eagle on the reverse. The design is bold, the silver content is pure, and the craftsmanship is outstanding, fitting for what many call a coin of legend. In numismatic history, this piece is a ghost, real, yet rarely seen. One confirmed 1817 draped bust silver dollar, in near-perfect condition, was graded by a top-tier grading agency and later sold through a private transaction for an unbelievable $9 million. That's right, $9 million for one coin. Why such a high price? It's a perfect storm: rarity, mystery, historical significance, and immaculate condition. Coins like this aren't just currency. They're artifacts, they're artwork, and they're time machines wrapped in silver. Collectors and investors from around the world search for even a hint of these early 1800s dollar coins. But beware of fakes and replicas. If you believe you've come across a coin marked 1809 or 1817, especially a silver dollar, it's essential to get it authenticated by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Even a poor-grade example could be worth hundreds of thousands, and a pristine specimen could buy you a mansion, a yacht, and a retirement plan. In today's coin market, where demand is sky-high for rare U.S. coins, these early dollars represent the pinnacle of collecting. They are rare, mysterious, and valuable beyond belief. So what's the takeaway? Always check your old coins. Look through those inherited collections. Visit estate sales and antique stores. The next 1809 or 1817 silver dollar might be waiting in an old drawer or coin jar, and it could change your life. We're diving deep into one of the most legendary and valuable coins in American numismatic history, the 1841 $1 coin, a coin that has stirred up fascination, mystery, and millions of dollars in the world of coin collecting. This isn't just any old piece of silver. This is a rare relic from the early days of American coinage, a symbol of national heritage, and a coin that could be worth up to $8 million today. Yes, you heard that right. $8 million. Let's begin our journey back in time. The year was 1841. America was still in its formative years, with only 26 states in the Union. President William Henry Harrison had just taken office, though sadly, his term was the shortest in history. And during that same year, the United States Mint in Philadelphia struck what would become one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever produced, the 1841 Liberty-seated $1 coin. Now, to understand why this coin is so incredibly rare and desirable, we have to look at the historical context. In the early 1800s, silver coins were primarily used for large transactions. But minting silver dollars was expensive, and many were melted down or never released into circulation. The 1841 Liberty-seated dollar is shrouded in mystery because, officially, there are no records confirming its regular production for circulation that year. According to mint reports, no silver dollars were meant to be struck for circulation in 1841. Yet a small number of these coins somehow exist. Were they made secretly? Were they pattern coins? Were they struck for collectors? The U.S. Mint has never confirmed, and that mystery has only added to the coin's immense value and appeal. Let's talk about the design for a moment. On the obverse, you'll see the elegant image of Lady Liberty seated on a rock, draped in flowing robes, holding a shield in one hand and a liberty pole with a Phrygian cap in the other. This design, created by engraver Christian Gobrecht, was iconic for the era and symbolized America's growing strength and ideals of freedom. The reverse of the coin features a majestic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, representing both war and peace. Encircling the eagle are the words United States of America and the denomination $1. Now here's where things get really exciting. Only a handful of 1841 Liberty-seated dollars are known to exist today. Some reports say as few as 10 to 15 genuine specimens are in private collections and museums. Each one of these coins is considered a numismatic masterpiece. In fact, their value doesn't just come from the silver they contain. It comes from the sheer rarity, historical significance, and the story behind them. These coins have fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction. One exceptional example, graded in near-perfect condition by PCGS as a PR66, stunned the collecting world when it was sold for a staggering $8 million in a private sale. That makes it one of the most expensive and sought-after U.S. coins in existence. So, what makes this coin worth that much? First, it's the limited mintage and mysterious origin. Second, the condition. A high-grade proof coin from 1841 is almost impossible to find. And third, the collector demand. Serious coin collectors and wealthy investors are always looking for unique, one-of-a-kind treasures to add to their collections. The 1841 $1 Liberty-seated coin checks all the boxes if you're wondering if you might have one of these coins in your collection or tucked away in an old coin folder. Here are a few things to look for. Check the date carefully. It should read 1841. The design should match the seated Liberty pattern. And the coin should weigh approximately 26.73 grams and measure 38.1 millimeters in diameter. However, due to the high value and rarity, any coin believed to be a genuine $1,841 must be authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Finding one of these coins today is like discovering hidden treasure. It's a reminder of our country's history, of a time when coins were crafted with precision, purpose, and beauty. The 1841 $1 coin is more than just money. It's a symbol of America's numismatic legacy. A coin wrapped in mystery, history, and wealth. If you ever see one for sale or at an auction, know that you're witnessing one of the rarest coins in American history. A coin that carries a story, and a coin that today is worth up to $8 million. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of two incredibly rare and valuable coins from American history, the 1845 and 1849 $1 coins. These are not just pieces of metal. These are million-dollar treasures hiding stories of American legacy, minting evolution, and extreme rarity. If you're lucky enough to find one in your collection, you might just be holding a coin worth up to $7 million. Let's get started. First, let's go back to the year 1845. The United States was expanding rapidly, and coinage was evolving to meet the needs of a growing nation. The silver $1 coin of 1845 was part of the seated Liberty Dollar series, which began in 1840 and ran until 1873. Designed by Christian Gobrecht, this coin features Lady Liberty seated on a rock, holding a liberty pole with a cap on top, a powerful symbol of freedom. The reverse displays a majestic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch. Now here's where things get exciting. The 1845 $1 coin wasn't minted in large numbers. Only a small quantity was struck, and many were later melted down due to changing silver values and hoarding during the 1850s. That makes original surviving examples today extremely rare, especially in high-grade mint state condition. These coins are among the most coveted by collectors around the world. Depending on condition, an 1845 $1 coin can fetch anywhere from $10,000 to over $1 million, and one specimen, in pristine condition with original luster, was auctioned for a jaw-dropping $3.20 million. But wait, it gets even better with the 1849 $1 coin. Why? Because this coin belongs to a monumental year in U.S. history, the beginning of the California Gold Rush. And coincidentally, 1849 was the first year the United States began minting the gold $1 coin. Yes, not just silver anymore. Gold entered the picture. The 1849 gold dollar was tiny in size, but huge in value. Designed by James B. Longacre, it featured a beautiful Liberty head and a simple wreath on the reverse. Because it was so small and thin, it was often lost or worn down, which makes well-preserved examples incredibly valuable today. But here's the true gem. In 1849, a few experimental pattern coins were made at the Philadelphia Mint, including one incredibly rare piece known as the 1849 Double Eagle. This coin, although a $20 denomination, marks the birth of American large gold coinage and ties directly into the story of the 1849 gold dollar. Only one 1849 Double Eagle exists today, and it's housed in the Smithsonian, valued at over $20 million. That's how iconic the 1849 year is in coin history. Now, let's talk market value. A well-preserved 1845 seated Liberty dollar can easily command between $500,000 and $3 million, especially if it features proof-like surfaces or is a rare variety. Meanwhile, the 1849 gold dollar, especially in top condition, has been known to sell for over $1 million, with some rare varieties fetching record-breaking prices at private auctions. Together, these two coins, 1845 and 1849 $1 pieces, represent a golden age in American coinage. And today, the right combination of mint mark, condition, rarity, and historical significance can push their market value to over $7 million for elite examples. So check your coin collections. Look through those old inherited boxes, garage sales, or antique finds. Because if you spot an 1845 or $1,849 coin, you might be looking at life-changing money. Video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1881 $1 coin. Yes, you heard that right. The 1881 Morgan silver dollar. A coin steeped in rich American history, classic design, and today, one extremely rare variety is valued at an astonishing $6 million. So sit tight, because what you're about to hear may just change the way you look at your old pocket change. Let's rewind the clock to the year 1881. The United States was rebuilding and expanding rapidly after the Civil War. Factories were booming, railroads were connecting cities, and westward expansion was in full swing. And during this pivotal time in American history, the U.S. Mint struck one of the most iconic silver coins ever created, the Morgan silver dollar, named after its designer George T. Morgan. This coin quickly became a symbol of American progress and power. Minted primarily from silver mined in the American West, especially in Nevada, the Morgan dollar was a true reflection of the economic might of the time. Now, the 1881 Morgan dollar was minted in several locations across the United States. Philadelphia with no mint mark, New Orleans with the O mint mark, San Francisco with the S, and Carson City with the legendary CC mint mark. While millions were struck, only a few survived in flawless condition. And among them, one particular coin stands above the rest, a nearly perfect, ultra-rare 1881 Morgan silver dollar that's worth an unbelievable $6 million today. So what makes the 1881 Morgan dollar so valuable? It's all about rarity, condition, and history. Most of the 1881 coins that exist today have been worn down from years of circulation. However, a select few have been preserved in pristine condition, with sharp details, perfect luster, and no signs of wear. These are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC as MS 68 or higher. Absolutely museum-quality coins. $1,881 from the Philadelphia Mint, struck with exceptional clarity and maintained in a perfect, untouched state for over 140 years, was recently estimated at $6 million. That's not just a coin. It's a piece of living American history. Owning a coin like this is like holding a key to the past in your hand, a piece of silver that has witnessed generations of change. Collectors from around the world hunt for these rare pieces at auctions and coin shows. And when a coin like this surfaces, the competition is fierce. High-end collectors, investors, and even museums all want a piece of this treasure. Some of these coins are hidden away in private collections, while others have made headlines at major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbowers. So how can you tell if your 1881 $1 coin is worth anything? First, check the mint mark. The rarest among them tend to be from Carson City, the 1881 CC Morgan silver dollars. These are extremely collectible, especially in higher grades. Then, examine the condition. A coin with minimal wear, strong details, and clean surfaces could be worth thousands, or even more. The value of a common circulated 1881 Morgan silver dollar can range from $30 to $150 depending on the mint mark and condition. But once you step into the uncirculated, professionally graded territory, prices shoot up fast. An MS-65 grade 1881 CC coin can fetch over $1,500. And if you're lucky enough to own one of those flawless, ultra-high grade coins, you could be holding a fortune. Now let's talk about that $6 million coin. What makes it so special isn't just the date. It's the fact that it's one of the finest known examples on the planet. Imagine a coin that has survived since the 19th century without a single scratch, preserved in near-mint perfection. That's the kind of miracle that turns an old silver dollar into a multi-million-dollar treasure as of today. In 2025, the rarest known 1881 Morgan silver dollar, held in private hands, is insured for $6 million and has been certified by top grading experts. This coin is more than money. It's art, history, and rarity all combined into a shining silver masterpiece. Next time you come across a Morgan silver dollar, take a closer look. You never know, your simple old coin could be hiding an incredible story. It could even be worth millions. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next treasure hunt. Drop a comment if you've ever come across a Morgan silver dollar, and let us know what rare coins you'd like us to explore next. Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and keep checking your change. One coin can change everything.